of USC Kansas State. That game up next. It starts here with Connecticut and Oklahoma. Here we go in the Sweet 16. Scott with the shot clock fading. Can't hit the runner. Offensive rebound and the putback is good for Williams.
So you saw Janet L. Alfie playing.
Here's the three. Is good. A strong start here for the Sooners between Connecticut and Oklahoma, and we're so happy to have you. Here's Scott, pitter-patter dribble, dive inside for two plus the foul. A 7-0 beginning for Oklahoma.
This is a great beginning for the Sooners, and they have been aggressive on the offensive end, getting into the paint.
Here's Williams off the steal. Scott cross court has it knocked away by Al-Alfi, and then the freshman Strong comes down with it for Connecticut. Becker's a three, is good. Connecticut on the board, and it probably should have been a 4-point play opportunity.
100, that was a foul. She had her feet completely taken out from under her.
Here's Beers. Beers can't finish on the interior. Here comes Fudd. Fudd fakes the three, wraps inside, and reverses it in.
Up top as well. AZ Fudd, just the hesitation finishing on the other side of the rim. You need to look to score in this tournament, so certainly not what she did on that last offensive possession.
Verhulst gets denied by Strong. Here comes Beckers. Beckers, little shimmy. Jumper won't go. Rebound knocked away. Beckers has it for two. 9 straight from Connecticut. Here's Keys.
Look at Reagan Beers surrounded by 3 white jerseys.
Scott able to find some space on the interior and end the 10-0 Connecticut run. Zaya Van, who has really come on over the last few weeks, has it taken away here by Arnold. Up ahead to Shade in the sunlight.
This is what happened. And
we've got to move the ball. We are not making UConn work. We've just got to be more steady right now. She thinks they're too sped up.
Thank you, Holly, as Beckers almost never sped up. Beckers wants the screen from Strong. Pull-up jumper is good. Paige Beckers on a heater is just tied Tina Charles.
Beers having to guard Sarah Strong. That is a tough matchup for Oklahoma, especially in that 2-man game.
Beers inside. Tough matchup on the other end for Sarah Strong. Connecticut shooting just 30% from the floor in the early going. Sarah Strong yet to score in this game. Here's Verhulst. She got it on a three.
Peyton Verhulst, one of those players, if she does not start the game shooting well, she does not care. She's got that shooter's mentality to continue to look for her shot.
Oklahoma had missed 8 straight threes as Shade answers with one of her own. A 41% three-point shooter, Ashlyn Shade. Van, great fake. Drives it, pulls, and gets the roll.
Both instances, Reagan Beers had her defender sealed inside, and they did not give her the ball.
Connecticut throws it away. Here's Scott diving in. The Euro and the lay from Raina Scott, and a good start to the second for Oklahoma. 20-19, Connecticut leads. Fudd's three, she got it. From 3 for AZ Fudd, who's now 10 for 15 from deep in this tournament. Williams on a great delivery from Beers.
Oh, what a great backdoor cut. She's like...
Here's Shade. Both teams finding a little rhythm now offensively. Beckers accelerates through the lane and it's stripped. Beers comes up with it after Scott got a hand on it. Verhulst from the logo. Oh my! Number 1 on AZ Fudd.
Look at the depth on this shot. A legit logo 3.
A true 6'1". Here's Verhulst. Verhulst with size. There you go. Able to post and finish.
One of the things I love about her game is the physicality. She has a strong frame, a little bit of contact to get the space so she can finish.
Strong cradling inside. That won't drop either for Sarah Strong. 0 for 5 to start this game. Shot 84% the first 2. Verhulst on a heater.
Peyton Verhulst steps into another 3. She's really come alive here in the second quarter.
I love that, Holly. She said it was survive in advance in my backyard just like it is in this tournament. KK Arnold dips free and lays it in. A much-needed bucket for Connecticut. Paige Becker's 11 in the first quarter. Peyton Verhulst 11 in the second for Oklahoma. Nice play out of the timeout. And Williams lays it in as we check in with Holland.
UConn's guards have done a terrific job getting on the offensive glass.
Here's Shade, she'll fire, and hit from three. Ashlyn Shade now with 8 points off the bench for Connecticut.
She's made a real difference for UConn so far in this half. We saw her have an incredible performance in their big win over South Carolina in February.
Beers dumps it down, Chen intercepts it. Lovely so far, hasn't it?
It's been a delightful march,
my
Ryan.
goodness. Our games today so far have all been great as Verhulst on the cut in the finish.
And there's space on the left side of the floor.
5-point Oklahoma lead. Here's Fudd. Leaning jumper, won't go. AZ Fudd been pretty quiet too. Beckers can't hit. Strong finally gets one to drop. Here's Beers to come. Chen wanted to poke it. Here's Scott. She got it.
Great job moving the ball around.
Scott lost it. 5 seconds left to operate. Chen dives in, gets denied by Verhulst, and it last hits Chen out of bounds to Oklahoma. In that first half. Here's Fudd. Off to Beckers, wide open three is good. It's 2021 in the Elite Eight. Against Baylor as Beckers comes up with a swat.
Paige Beckers does not get enough credit for
also averages more than 2 steals a game as Van splash on the jumper. But very productive the first 2 games of this tournament. 24 points, then 17. Efficient in both as well. Beckers again. Paige Beckers starting to feel it here. And Chen keeps it alive. Chen diving in and hooking it home, puts Connecticut back in front.
and teammates who were there to support her, so she wanted to be there for Janet in this time to be a great support.
Here's Scott diving in and laying it home.
Just a great job by Miss Scott to attack the basket, get into the paint.
Beckers, you bet! Paige Beckers on a bum.
Paige Beckers stepping confidently into this three. He's got some depth on it as well.
Off to Chen, working behind Shade. Chen hits the deck. Fudd racing inside, lays it in beautifully with the left hand. As Skylar Van will graduate and move on. Meanwhile, Zion having all kinds of trouble. Beckers off the steal and Chen with the lay.
From the deep three, getting it done defensively as well, leading to an easy fast break opportunity the other way.
Oklahoma up to 16 turnovers for the game. Zaya slips, can't finish. Here comes Beckers. Connecticut with numbers. Beckers pull up is good. Paige Beckers taking over. 21. Todd flings it down the floor. Beautifully done. Beers can't finish it. Looked like she might have gotten hit on the wrist by Beckers.
Yes, it did.
No call there. Here's Shade cupping it in with the left hand, and a big swing one end to the other there in favor of Connecticut. Connecticut trailed by 4 at the half. Fudd kicks it out, strong, left alone, connects on a three. It's a 13-point Connecticut lead. Beckers dishing, strong, the fake, the take, and the hit. It's a 16-0 Connecticut run. Beers gets a touch inside and finishes through the contact as Strong picks up her second. Beckers looking to take Scott. Back ironing off that time for Beckers, and Liz Scott the rebound for Oklahoma. Under 2 minutes to go in the third of this Sweet 16 matchup. Scott buries the three. Beckers 21 points, 5 rebounds. Shade turns and banks it in. How good has Ashlyn Shade been off the bench for Connecticut? Beckers tips it. Skylar Van in the corner, turns it over. Shade and then gets blocked. 8 turnovers in the quarter for Oklahoma, none for Connecticut. Shade drives it, bounces wide open, Strong lays it in. A masterful third quarter from Connecticut. Patiently reading the defense. Beckers gets it back, will pop, and hit from Tacoma.
Paige Beckers knows the shot clock is going down. She glances up. The soon as she sees it, it's at 5 seconds, and there's not.
Beers 0 for 5 from the floor since the first quarter when she went 2 for 5. Beckers twisting into 2, plus the foul.
Paige Beckers has a remarkable ability to get her shoulders squared, even when her feet.
The contact there from Beers on El Alfie. Beckers back to work. Beckers again.
Just a little screen. That's all she needs to get the space, to get to the area of the floor where she can elevate and finish.
This one's going to be a Beers putting it on the deck. Rumbling inside, gets rejected by Beckers. Here's Beckers using the screen. Beckers, another 30-piece for Paige Buckets. The WNBA draft this season where she's projected as the #1 overall pick. Bud to Beckers, why not? She got it! Beckers gives it up, gets it back. Beckers 3, you bet! It's a new career high for Paige Beckers, 36 in the Sweet 16. Oklahoma without a field goal this fourth quarter. Paige Beckers the only player with one. Beckers has another. What a dish from Strong, and Beckers has 38. Scott, no.
For Paige Beckers here in the fourth quarter, the great pass from Sarah Strong to the cutting Paige Beckers. And
Beckers bounces out. Strong gives it back. It's a 40-point night for Paige Buckets.
A great pass from Sarah Strong for an easy one for Paige. Going to be tough in the SEC and nationally a season from now.
Brady can't hit the jumper. Verhulst the rebound. Dump it inside. Williams twists and finishes. There's another player done at this level after this game, getting to spend this season playing with her younger sister as Verhulst gets that 3 to wedge in. Ashlyn Shade, a big contribution off the bench in this one. Fudd short on a 3. Coming on, a minute to go in this game as Williams lays it in. A reminder coming up next. The Connecticut fans rising to their feet here in Spokane as Fudd splashes the jumper. A career night from Paige Beckers and a trip back to the Elite Eight for the Connecticut Huskies. 82-59 the final.